This should not exist. No land, no bedrock, just 321 meters, standing on open sea.
This was the site in 1994. Open water. Nothing else.
Stand it next to the Chrysler Building, and Dubai's hotel is still taller.
Everything you are about to see was built from nothing. Watch. Piles, fill, concrete, steel, fabric, every piece fighting the sea to exist.
The ground beneath this hotel did not exist. Humans made it from the sea.
Dubai wanted a symbol, not just a hotel. A shape the world would recognize. The design copied a thou sail, a shape that had crossed this exact water for centuries. One condition: it had to stand alone, in the sea, connected to nothing. Before any hotel, they needed ground that could hold 321 meters. 230 piles, each one driven straight down into open seabed. 40 meters deep into sand. No bedrock anywhere close enough to reach.
No bedrock. It's just sand and water. How can friction alone hold this up?
Friction piles grip through pressure alone, squeezed tight by the sand around them.
Every strike had to be exact. One flawed pile could shift the whole structure.
You realize the ground beneath these machines does not exist yet. These are the roots.
230 piles complete. The invisible skeleton of the entire hotel. With the roots set, engineers began building the ground itself around them. Millions of tons of sand pumped straight from the seabed to form new land. Loose sand is worthless. Compaction machines packed every layer tight enough to hold weight. The open sea never stopped attacking. Armor blocks had to break every incoming wave. For the first time, dry land existed where there had only been open sea.
I am standing on sand that was sieved only months before this moment.
Now the real building could begin. First, a raft strong enough to carry everything.
70,000 tons of concrete. One continuous pour that could not stop once started.
A stop line would weaken the entire raft, so the pour never paused for days.
Desert heat threatened to crack it as it cured. Cooling pipes ran through the concrete itself.
Cold water pumped through the pipes for weeks, pulling heat out from the inside.
A waterproof seal wrapped the entire raft, the last defense against the surrounding sea.
Crews worked through the night. The raft could not wait for daylight to finish. The raft was finished. A solid base heavier than the tower it would carry.
With solid ground finally beneath them, the tower could begin rising for the first time. Jump form climbed the core floor by floor, resetting itself after every pour. The same cycle repeated 56 times, each one adding another floor upward. Workers rode the formwork itself, hundreds of feet above open sea every single day.
Floor by floor, the core climbed past everything else on the coastline nearby. At this height, wind became the enemy, strong enough to sway wet concrete forms.
The anemometer readings are spiking rapidly. Can we continue the pour? It's too high. We have to hold. The wind threshold is exceeded. Pause the cranes.
The concrete skeleton stood complete, still bare, still nothing like the hotel it would become. Now came the frame that would give the hotel its true shape, its exoskeleton.
No scaffolding surrounded the frame. Workers bolted every joint, hanging directly off the steel.
Every beam had to align within millimeters, or the sail shape above would fail.
For the first time, the frame revealed the exact shape the world would recognize.
Look at that frame. 9,000 tons, and it already looks like nothing else on Earth.
Now the frame needed its skin, the fabric sail that would define the hotel. Each panel had to be lifted individually and locked into the steel frame by hand. Wind fought every panel as it went up, threatening to tear the fabric loose.
Panel by panel, the lower sail began to take its recognizable curved form.
Higher panels meant higher risk, installed hundreds of feet above the open sea.
Keep it steady. Watch the wind. Aligning the edge. Locking it in. It's secure.
The final panel locked in. The Burj Al Arab finally looked like itself. This is the shape that would become recognized around the entire world.
What began as empty water now stood as the tallest hotel on Earth.
But the outside was only half the story. Inside waited an entirely different world. An atrium taller than most buildings, wrapped entirely inside the hotel itself. Gold leaf and marble covered nearly every surface, applied by hand across years. Every suite spans 2 full floors, facing open ocean on every single side.
By night, the impossible hotel finally opened its doors to the world.
December 1, 1999. 5 years after empty water, the doors finally opened. 230 piles, 70,000 tons of concrete, 9,000 tons of steel.
One island, one impossible hotel, built entirely where the sea once stood alone.
I have seen many builds. This is the only one that still feels impossible.
Some buildings sit on solid ground. This one had to earn its own ground first. Subscribe for the next impossible build. This channel finds them before anyone else does.